Hi, fight fans. Hope you're all well. Welcome back to LL Sports TV. Wow, boxing delivers again. What a fight I've just witnessed. Yafai of Birmingham defending his WBC interim flyweight title against Mexico's Francisco Rodriguez. Yafai came into this fight unbeaten, 9 fights, 9 wins, no losses, obviously, 7 wins by knockout. It captured this title, the interim title that was, virtue of a stoppage win over Sonny Edwards. That was last November. Today he was taking on Mexican Francisco Rodriguez Jr. He's 32 years old, but he's a veteran pro, been a pro for 15 years. In that time, he's amassed a professional record of 47 fights, 39 wins, 27 by KO, 60 defeats, 1 draw, has been a former champion at strawweight, and he's been in with some of the very top fighters in those divisions, including Chocolatito, the legendary Nicaraguan. Anyway, to the fight. I mean, listen, these guys went straight at it. As soon as the bell went, Rodriguez came out aggressive, throwing punches from all angles. Yafai, to be fair to him, met him, responded in kind, and yeah, man, they went at it straight away. But straight away, you could see as well, though, that Rodriguez had the, what I would say, he had the quicker hands. He had the more, how can I put it, more varied combinations. He was varying his work. He went to the body, went to the head, through uppercuts, and he actually hurt Yafai quite badly in the first round. I thought that Yafai was probably a little eager to mix it up. I think he should have maybe, if not a bit more defensive, a bit more watchful, a bit more cautious. But Yafai's an aggressive guy by nature. And I guess he felt that he wasn't going to be overwhelmed by Rodriguez. So he probably thought that his best form of defense was attack. The second round, Yafai got off to a better start, but he still got caught with a couple of heavy shots. And I was thinking to myself, I think he needs to pay a bit more attention to defense. He seemed to be a little bit too keen to engage. There were times I thought that he could have been a bit more defensively minded. But listen, Yafai came into this fight unbeaten. He's an aggressive guy himself. He's an alpha male. He probably thought, no, I'm going to stand my ground and fight back. And I've got to say, man, the work rate from both of these guys was amazing. The amount of punches that was being thrown in this fight. I mean, Rodriguez absolutely relentless. And yeah, that's so the fight continued with both of them just winging shots, man. Literally just standing in the ring at times, just winging shots. The third round, Yafai got cut. I think that was a clash of heads. But yeah, they were going back and forth. But as I said before, I think the difference that I noted was that I think Rodriguez's combinations were a bit more educated. You could see his experience as a pro. He was going to the head and body, uppercuts, like I said, punches from all angles. Yafai was a bit more traditional, didn't quite have the hand speed that Rodriguez had. But listen, nevertheless, Yafai was pitching, man. And a lot of the rounds were very well contested, very competitive. But I still gave Rodriguez the majority of the rounds. I just thought his work was a little bit cleaner. And he often ended the round, an old pro's trick, by landing 3 or 4 punch combinations right at the end of the round to sort of give you that impression that he'd won the round. So, but yeah, man, both fighters, credit to them both, man. Incredible fight, incredible engine being displayed by both. And so it continued. In the 7th round, though, Yafai was dropped for the first time in his career, dropped quite heavily as well by an uppercut. His legs looked gone to me. I don't know how he made it through the round because when he went down and got back up, Rodriguez piled on the pressure and Yafai looked in real trouble. And he got dropped again in the 8th round and his legs looked gone to me. I don't know how he made it through the round. I've got to give Yafai so much credit. He took some real heavy shots and he came forward and he fought back. I mean, the heart of the man was unbelievable. So you got to give him a tremendous amount of credit. The 9th round, the doctor inspected both fighters. Both were cut. I mean, like I said, this is war. Both of them were cut by this stage. The doctor examined both of them, let them both carry on. But 10th round, Rodriguez looked in full control. Yafai's legs actually looked a little bit unsteady, and I was starting to think if it continues like this, it may be that the corner might have to think about throwing in a towel because he was getting caught with clean shots. And Rodriguez was still looking incredibly strong, incredibly fit. And like I said, utterly relentless. And you could see Yafai starting to unravel a little bit. And in the 11th round, it was the same thing. Yeah, incredible fight, man. I mean, I'm struggling to find words to come up with in order to describe this fight. I mean, the words that do spring to mind, though, was relentlessness from Rodriguez. He just didn't stop punching. I mean, I think I saw a stat halfway through the fight. By the 6th round, these two had already thrown between them over 1,000 punches. I've not seen the punch stats for after the fight, but they probably set records because even though they were small guys, I mean, you're talking about flyweights there, they're still throwing a tremendous amount of punches. And when you consider as well that they're catching quite a few back, that, yeah. But yeah, man, I mean, in the 12th round, last round, it was a case for me by that time as whether Yafai could get through the fight. I mean, to me, he was well beaten by this stage. It was whether he could get through the fight. He did try to hold, he did try to do what he could, but he was dropped again in the 12th round. Again, his legs looked unsteady. And from what I understand, Rob McCracken, who was Yafai's trainer, had the towel in his hand ready to throw in the towel if his fighter took more punishment. But to be fair, Yafai found the will, found the desire, found the hunger to stay in there, actually threw some punches back and survived the round. But yeah, he was a totally beaten man. But there was honor in defeat because he fought with so much bravery, so much heart, so much courage. And I really felt sorry for the guy because he put in so much, yet was so well beaten. I mean, like I said, the rounds were competitive for the most part, but I've got to say that by the end of the fight, I had Rodriguez winning pretty much all the rounds. I think I might have given Yafai maybe 2 rounds. But that doesn't tell the whole story because he was competitive in the fight, if that makes sense. Fight ended. The judges predictably had wide scorecards. I think 2 judges had it by 119, 108. The other judge had it 118, 109, all for Rodriguez. Like I said, I had it to Rodriguez 10 rounds to 2. He also dropped Yafai 3 times during the fight and had him hurt on a number of other occasions. So this was a great fight, man. It's a very competitive fight. And well done to Francisco Rodriguez. He will go on now to fight for the full version of the title, where he will take on the Japanese fighter Kenshiro Tajani, I think his name is. So yeah, I'd love to see how that fight pans out because Rodriguez will no doubt be a real live wire in that fight if he fights anything like he fought tonight. But yeah, I think the difference in this fight, I mean, Yafai is a tremendous amateur, or was a tremendous amateur. He won Commonwealth gold, he won Olympic gold for his country. He's a great amateur. He's a very good pro, but I think tonight he came up against somebody that was a little bit more rounded, possessed a little bit more hand speed, and if anything, had a little bit more desire. So yeah, shout out to Francisco Rodriguez. There is one thing I want to say though, and I hope this doesn't come across as too malicious. But I do note that Francisco Rodriguez has been trained or was trained for this fight by Eddie Reynoso. Now, if you're familiar with PEDs in boxing, you will know that Eddie Reynoso, his record in terms of training fighters who have tested positive for PEDs is not spotty. Is spotty, actually. It's not clean. I think 6 fighters of his have tested positive for PEDs. Now, listen, I'm not going there, but I think it's worth pointing that out. And I just hope, against hope, that there is no skullduggery. I feel like I have to raise this, man, because as I said before, I've raised the name of Eddie Reynoso before. And when I found out prior to this fight that Rodriguez had been trained by Reynoso had helped him prepare for this fight, I felt obliged to mention it. Like I said, I hope nothing comes of it. Some people will probably call me out for mentioning that, but I think it's worth mentioning. But anyway, I don't want to dwell on that, obviously. Maybe I shouldn't have gone there, but I felt I had to. But anyway, I just want to close by saying this was a tremendous fight. Well done to Francesco Rodriguez. Like I said, he's going to go on to fight for the full WBC title. Commiserations to Yafai. He will come again. He is 32 years old, which isn't a spring chicken, especially for the lower weights. I hope he comes again anyway, but this was a hard, brutal fight. I hope he has a long rest, comes again. I think he still has the attributes and the qualities. He's certainly got the heart to go on and win a world title. Obviously, it remains to be seen what he does from here. But credit to him, because the bravery and the courage he showed tonight was next level. So, yeah, I hope he recovers well. But anyway, that's all from me. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate your support. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out.